What is up, boys? We are back. It's been a couple of days since live streaming. I'm sorry. I know it's been a while. You guys probably don't care. But today I'm going to be watching how Togi risked it all. And a lot of you guys say I like to gamble. And at this point, I've decided to just take pride in it. I like to gamble. I'll gamble. I'll risk it all. Speaking of that, we actually did get another Top Step account. We are going to be trading Monday morning, thankfully. And I also made a sale, $100 from the cards that we made. That's going to be in the next video. But we're still broke, so we got some work to do. Nothing will stop us though. We are, I think, on the right path, I believe, truly. I would be lying if I said I wasn't stressing though, if I didn't stress. Especially because my bills are still overdue, but eventually those will get paid. But for now, I've really been wanting to watch this one. And I decided, oh shit, what's up, Mito? I decided why not do it during live.
Today's guest has risked his entire net worth gambling at 23 years old.
Gambling has had the most positive impact on my lifestyle and my relationships over any other endeavor. So it's like, cool, I'm down to lose money just because of what it does for me.
A kid from Montana with a love for baseball, he went from sleeping on frat floors in college to building a social media empire, documenting dangerous decisions.
If I just take steroids, it's the perfect recipe for going viral because it has a community that's curious about it, that has a community that loves it, that will like the video, and it has a community of haters.
From playing with needles to gambling his net worth, he's taken what many would call rock bottom and turned it into a masterclass of viral controversy. Do you think kids should be able to gamble?
Yeah, definitely. Because here's the thing.
In this episode, we'll dive into the mindset that shapes his fearless drive, expose the lifestyle that makes losing millions feel boring, and explore how chaos can be channeled into infinite success.
Right now is the longest I've been sober since I was 14 years old. It's been some drug, one way or another, for 9 years now. Everyone says, life is better sober. Life sucks sober.
Shane Stouffer.
Whoa,
Togi.
that was fire, bro. That was the best intro I've ever had. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bro. Welcome to the Jag Neil podcast.
Yeah, actually the longest I've gone being sober too.
Right?
Yeah.
July 20th, I think.
Since
Yeah,
when I
dude,
was
holy shit.
about-
My
You're
birthday
locked
was a few
in, bro.
days. A few days before yours on the 16th.
How old are you? Well, let me guess. 24.
Yeah, very good. Ooh. Got it like that today. All right. So for the people that don't know you, I think this question kind of encapsulates a little bit of your personality. Like, what's your biggest gambling win? Like, single win of all time?
This video went super viral. It was in one of my videos, I Lost Everything. The story went like, I was at the time like doing a ton of drugs, and I would consistently, like, I would get very nervous gambling such high stakes, but it was like I just loved doing it, and it was great for content. So one night I like fully blacked out, no idea what happened. I wake up at 7 p.m. the next day and I'm just scrolling my phone. I have about maybe 150 texts, and people are asking if I'm alive. Like, everyone's like, what happened? Like, are you okay? Like, you gotta respond. And everyone seemed to have thought that I ended my life because the stream the night before went so horribly. I had taken out 900,000 in markers and lost all of it, and that exceeded my net worth at the time. I had like $400,000 in crypto. So I wake up and it was a crisis, like full-blown financial crisis. And I like when you're on a bender and you are in that mindset, like the flow of logic is very skewed. All I could think was, I'm gonna take an X and kind of just like deal with it and like figure out where this takes me. So I take an X, couple Ritalin, whatever. And instead of, I decided I took that 400,000 I had, instead of paying back some of my debt, I bought into a slot called Christmas Big Bass Bonanza.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I ended up hitting for $1.5 million on a $1,000 spin. And then instead of paying back my markers with that $1.5 million, decided to take all of it and I put it into a meme coin called Pepe. And then one day later, it got listed on Robinhood and went up 100%. So it was like one really, maybe 40 hours or so. And I was doing so many drugs at the time. I like have no recollection of this, but of course the camera like it was all live streamed, everything. So I wake up like 3 days later, like I'm conscious again. That's when my memory clicks. And I just remember looking at my ceiling like, oh fuck, I know this is bad. Like this is not a good situation. Like anxiety through the roof. Like you check your phone and like days have passed. Like if you've done next, that's how it is literally days to weeks go by and then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck just happened? So I had a very bad feeling. I go on my phone, like I open my casino account. There's nothing in it. I'm looking. I'm like, fuck, bro. I open like all my bank accounts, everything's empty. I'm like, oh, this is really a bad situation. I hope I don't owe them too much. And I open my crypto wallet. I get my hardware wallet out, and there's $4 million of Pepe sitting in there. And so that was like,
wish. Nah.
I went nuts, bro. I'm calling everyone. It was like the coolest day of my life. So I guess in 40 hours I made maybe I lost 900 the night before. So in that time frame I made 3-point-something million minus the 900,000. So it was about that's a lot of math. I don't know, but 2-point-something million in a pretty short period of time.
You're probably the only person to become a multimillionaire and not remember it. You know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's happened a few times. Like, I don't talk about this too much. I've brought it up maybe once, but when I like my quote unquote big break, like I've had a lot of
have self-control.
really wild experiences. But there was one month when like it was at its worst, the drug use, and that was when the video Togi versus Cabo was filmed and posted. The video has been taken down. I'm gonna re-upload it soon, but it was. I swear it was crazier than the Wolf of Wall Street. But either way, during that time frame, that video I posted, it went viral. And that's when Bradley Martin reached out to me to go on his podcast, and there was like a 30-day span of like really like, wow, I'm really doing it, I'm really making it. But I don't
think the ZA is
it's almost like I did it on accident. I don't remember any of it because I was abusing so much that I was just like, dude, I woke up and I was like #1 trending in the fitness industry, #1 trending on like all these gambling platforms. Like, so my name was everywhere. I just woke up and I was like, holy shit, I don't know what I managed to do there, but I guess like pat my blackout self on the back. So in that sense, yeah, a lot of crazy things have happened, and I do regret that to a small degree because looking back at the footage, it would have been a lot of really special memories that I don't remember, but at least I can relive it through the videos.
But yeah, I was thinking about enjoying the weekend.
What was kind of going through your mind? Was it like I finally made it, or is it I can't wait
to
gamble?
Go on a little bender for one last time.
Oh my god, no, I didn't want to gamble.
I did a couple benders
because I was convinced when I woke up it was like
this would be the last bender of the
situation.
Year. If
I saw that 4 million and it didn't feel real. It took maybe like really a few weeks to like set in that it was like, whoa, I'm chilling now. Like this is awesome. I didn't gamble anymore for whatever the rest of the month, and I like it was a very surreal experience. I have a hard time explaining.
Yeah, I've actually never done hard drugs.
What that felt like, because I don't really know exactly what I was feeling. It was just like
coke or even what this was saying.
No, it was like
I just didn't see the purpose of
but
I always liked Bud. Bud was always
mostly relief that
like
my
now,
financial crisis
like now
was
looking
no longer
back
a crisis.
at it, it's like I can see how I used weed.
No, yeah, I don't think I was really happy, but more relieved.
To kind of run away from my demons, to run away from my thoughts,
and
the anxiety and stuff like that, to calm down.
Oh, it's been forever. I've not gambled in what feels like a very long time. When did you text me about the first doing the podcast?
And I feel like
3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Oh, that was a while ago. It was when I was in Miami, flew to King.
Drugs just can be an escape from stress. To be honest,
4 days
100% same. It really can be, but I feel like if it's used for that,
You
it's
said it- you
not
said
so
it's been
good.
so long.
But like,
Oh well, dude. For me, that's like a long time.
But,
It's
I know
like
what you mean.
I'm used to gambling.
especially when it comes to
multiple
like,
times a day. So when I
dealing
go
with
even
stuff,
one day without gambling,
it's
it's
not
like,
good to run
whoa,
away from it. It's
what's
good
going
to
on there?
face it
But
up
I've just,
front.
I don't know.
But there's
this,
for sure
bodybuilding
times
thing
where
is
like it's
killing me.
good.
I've been,
It can be good to smoke, like
I pretty much just lay
to
in bed all
focus. I
day,
think is a
work
good
out,
way. Like
and then go lay back in bed.
for me,
I
a lot of
feel you, bro.
times when I
What's been the biggest, like, recent
when I would
loss?
smoke, obviously you focus
it
on whatever
depends
you
on how
have
you
in front of you,
quantify
and
big.
sometimes it's
Like,
not the good things such
if
as
we're
like
talking like 100,000,
distractions, like
well, I guess actually I was
Instagram
in
and YouTube,
Hard Rock
but, like,
after my meet and greet. In,
a lot of times I would lock in editing.
This was actually my last time
and
I gambled. It was about 4 days
now
ago. I lost
shit, I could
50,000 in the
barely.
casino. But
Like, I
as
don't
far as,
feel
like,
I don't feel
significant
more
numbers,
productive not smoking.
I've
If
not
that makes
had
sense.
a
I kind of feel the
bad
same.
tilt.
It's just harder
It was
because
right after I posted Road to
you're
10
sober.
million, so that would leave us
like
3 months
doing
ago.
shit sober is just
I lost
boring.
1.8 million in one day, which was somewhat traumatizing. But since then, I've not had anything that's like devastating. I've been avoiding that.
What's the biggest bet you can place?
On Roulette? Oh, really big. A larger amount than I would probably ever need to place, because the online, these casinos have so much money. Like, you just saw Trainwrecks hit for 38 million, largest slot win in history just 2 weeks ago maybe, and he was spinning the slot, I believe, for 6,000 per spin.
God damn.
So that's I would say, like, realistically 10,000 per spin is like about the max. But as far as like a quote unquote bonus buy, usually about and for context, a bonus buy is like when you're playing a slot that's like the feature, that's like kind of like the standard bet size is a bonus buy. And so usually 100 to 200,000 depending on the slot. And in like baccarat blackjack, I think it's $500,000 maybe. That, but it's not like that would be so fucked. I don't think I would like to one day, but my current financial situation is like so far out the window on that.
Do you like, I guess you like gambling online better. I like gambling online better too.
What do you guys
It's been
think
a
about
while. I had
Togi?
to stop gambling online though. Yeah.
The problem with gambling online is the convenience of I stopped holding crypto because after I lost the 1.8 million, I had a serious conversation with myself, and it's like, really, like, you're a fucking idiot and a drug addict, and it really only takes one night of me having one too many beers, a little too much, and I will not hesitate to gamble every penny that I have in my crypto wallet. So it's too easy to gamble everything. So if people say, oh, dude, like, I get calls all the time, like, Bitcoin's going up, you got to get in. Like, dude, Bitcoin could double, triple. Bitcoin could 100x for all that matters. And for Togi, it's probably 0% because there's a very high likelihood I go to the casino and lose it all. And I'm not going to sit here and like try and explain to people that I'm a winner and, you know, I'm just going to win. Like, it's a losing game. I'm going to lose guaranteed eventually. Whereas the real casinos, it's like usually my markers at them is like, it's very hard for me to lose over 150,000 unless I'm really screaming at them and like pressuring them to give me more. But it's very, very, very difficult. But the interesting thing is, and this is against popular belief, online casinos have not just better, significantly better odds than in-person casinos. Why exactly? I'm not completely sure. But in Vegas, for example, 2 companies own every single casino. So they're kind of in cahoots and they can agree upon like the odds, whereas online there are a lot of independent companies and the competition is very stiff, so you have to keep pushing the RTP higher and higher. And additionally, the overhead is much less. Like in a real casino, they make a $9 billion, $10 billion building. Then they got these big ass fucking slot machines. I don't even know how much those cost, but they got a physical machine just for one game versus like a software. So the RTP that in-person slot would operate at is like 85 to 90%, whereas online average would be about 96%. So it's significantly better there. And then the blackjack baccarat odds online are a lot better on the side bets. You still get paid roughly the same on the straight up bets.
That's interesting. genuinely believe that because there's so much competition for it. I'd be curious if these online casinos make more than the in-person. Probably not.
Oh my God, so much more.
The
They
online?
make, yeah, big time. Like,
Than the biggest hotels in Vegas.
as far as net profit, I guarantee you steak is doing, I would guess over 30 times what the biggest casino in Vegas does. Would be my best guess. I don't know what I'm talking about, but just from like the numbers that I've heard and how much money these people really have, like we're talking like, I can't say it, but many millions of dollars in profit a day.
Let's just say the only self-made billionaires under 30. I think it's Eddie from State and Mr. Beast and like one other person, which is really interesting. I think it's a good business to be in. Would you ever start a casino?
I'm working on it, but it's a very scummy business is the thing. So I have like a moral dilemma in my head, but I just started a charity, Max Win for the kids.
For the kids.
And so how this works is I'm just going to start it with my own personal gambling money to start. And then maybe in order to scale the
Togi's
charity,
good man, dude.
I can have my own casino operating it. But every time I hit a max win, 50% of the money is donated to kids that have cancer because every year there's about 10,000 new cases of kids under 14 that have cancer. And 80% of those families, they cannot afford, like the financial burden is too much to cover. And dude, that just fucking, like, bro, if you're a kid and you get cancer, that sucks balls because, I mean, it's not your fault. You're just a fucking little munchkin put on this planet and they're like, life is already a bitch and life is really hard. Cancer. Like, dude, it's such an unfortunate situation. It's like a moral dilemma in my head. Like, how can I make a positive impact in a business that is generally, like somewhat of a scummy business, although I do have my arguments for why gambling is the coolest thing ever. But
I agree.
My thoughts on casinos are they're excessively profitable. Like they could get away with making 10% as much money and it would be like fallen into the realms of like a normal amount of profit for a business to make. So either way, the point being is I think it would be really cool to be able to go out and have, you know, like if I had my own casino, I would have unlimited, I could save every single kid with cancer,
true.
you know?
Yeah.
In
10,000
America,
people?
10,000, I could pay for every single one. And like, how cool would that be? So that's what I've been working on. I actually just launched that charity like 4 days ago. And we have our first, we found a few people that, well, it sucks because we haven't max won yet. Like me and my friend have been trying to like, well, I haven't yet, but he just last night lost like half of his bank account trying to max win to pay for this. So is it the best charity model? No, but it's fun at least. And in the pursuit of being more charitable, the more eyes I get on my charity, the more I have to donate. So if I can add like a fun twist, something that I enjoy, then I'll be able to make a much larger impact. But then the problem is some months if fucking one, it doesn't want to cooperate.
I mean, if you're able to control that addiction, if you're able to control that self-control,
$0. And then other months we, you know, donate
really
a ton if we win. So I'm messing with the logistics.
It's really just
do you think kids
psychology,
should be able to
man.
gamble?
If you're
Yeah,
mentally
definitely.
weak,
Because here's the thing.
if a person's mentally weak, they'll be addicted
when
to
you're
anything.
a kid, bro, you only have, so like say you're in high school.
I'm a professional
how much
gambler.
money was in your bank account?
I
in
can
high
agree.
School, right? Like
I've
maybe
seen
like
way too many
$100 or
people
like
destroy their
$200
lives from
maybe.
gambling.
Yeah, and you're loaded, dude.
He's a
I only have
professional
20.
gambler.
But the
damn.
point being is, if you gamble,
I didn't know we had a
when you
professional
only
gambler
have,
in the chest, right?
when the stakes are very low and
No, yeah,
you still get to go
if you're
home
mentally
and
weak, most
you
definitely
know,
not
like,
for the person.
you don't have to take care of kids. You
I
don't have to
think
pay a mortgage. You just have to like
it's a way
pay
of
for your
making
comic
money,
books or
more
whatever.
definitely, though.
Then you get to
At least
learn
I don't like
how
slots
to gamble
you don't
because
have any control.
what happens to a lot of people is, and this is the same when I say
Hold on,
high
what you gonna
schoolers with
say?
strict parents go to college, and then they start just doing a shit ton of and the girls start getting fucked by a bunch of dudes because they just like it was too strict and they never got this, and then now they're in this like crazy world of freedom and it's just like fucking way too much for them. The gambling, like if you learn how to gamble and you have a realistic expectation for how much you're going to be losing based on how much you're betting, then you're in a much better spot. But what happens to a lot of people is they've never gambled, they turn 21, they go to Vegas, they lose way more than they can afford to lose, especially because they don't know how to play these games. Like, if you, gambling is already a losing game, and then if you suck at it, your RTP goes from like 96%. Bro, I've seen some people operate at like a consistent 30% blackjack RTP because they just don't know what's going on.
And what's RTP again?
This is return to player. So
Okay.
it's based on over an extended period of time, how much money can you expect to get back?
experienced that shit
So
in poker.
if you gamble for 1 hour and your RTP is
That's
96%,
why I like poker.
and you bet
I don't mind
$100, you should get
blackjack.
back
I like craps.
$96.
Like
now,
those,
it's not over the course of
it's got
1
some
hour.
skill
Obviously,
to it,
it's
you know?
measured over
Obviously, the
a
casino
long,
always
much
has an
longer period
edge.
of time.
But at least poker,
That's
you're playing against other people and not the
a
casino.
general idea of like how good are, well, how fast are you going to be losing, and should you embark on that game, or is it just going to be like a guaranteed, like if it's under 90%, you're guaranteed to be fucked, and you should just avoid that game entirely. But it just teaches proper bankroll management. And then this is a
Bankroll
great point. Oh
management.
God, this is a great topic.
That is
Gambling
important.
has brought me so close to so many people. It's a very special bond that, so here's the thing, when you experience something very good and exciting, and there's a lot of dopamine,
I'm sorry
you
not to
bond
give
with
a
the
fuck if
person
they
you're
call me a
doing that
gambler,
with.
bro. I'm a
So
gambler.
when you're winning, you're bonding with people.
It's
And
gotta
the
be a
same
good
as
one. A
when
professional
something
one like Cam in the
sucks
chat.
fucking balls and it's just the worst, like that's the point of when you're in a frat and you're getting hazed. The point is to bring you closer because you go through something shitty together. So the friendship that I've created with these people that I gamble with has been such a magical
I'm a gambling
bond that, like, I
junkie.
swear it's a better friendship than
From what I've noticed.
anywhere else I've met people.
Well, yeah, it's taking
and
risks.
it's a
You gotta
great
be able to take risks.
social activity.
No risk, no
like,
reward.
For kids, if you
play
have a
scared
hard
in
time,
life,
like,
you ain't gonna get
there's
anything
sports,
other than
whatever, which is great.
comfortability.
If you could go to the casino and gamble
That's why
with
this
kids,
guy's
like,
so
there was a
big.
club
This
in the
guy
school
literally
and it's
risked
like
it all.
after
Just because
hour
he believed
slots,
in himself.
bro, it would be such a good social activity
Although
to bring, like,
some of his decisions
slightly,
may be
like, if you're a little more
questionable, you know?
self-conscious or not very outgoing.
Everybody does it in
it's a
their
very
unique
good
way.
common ground in which you can meet new people, and it's been very beneficial for my life and my relationships. So I think, why not let the kids do it, you know?
I know I'm laughing, but it's low-key a good idea.
I just talked for about 4 minutes why kids should be able to gamble, bro. I guess.
Dude, I mean, I'm thinking about it. Like, when I turned
Bro,
19...
oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Let me tell you guys a story. Before I even came here, like, I wasn't even into gambling. Like, I guess now. Because, yeah, now I've gone to the casino a couple times. I haven't recorded it or anything. But it's just first of all, it's basically knowing when to leave. Because you'll be up, but you won't want to leave because you want more. It's that greed. You got to be able to control the greed aspect in life, and you'll be able to win one part of it. A lot of times, you got to beat a whole lot of your mental battles when gambling. You got to be able to control your voice and control your body and saying, all right, I'm up, time to go. But with that being said, what this was saying, little kids wanting to gamble. Bro, when I got here, my little brother is telling me, let's play FIFA. I'll bet you $10, I'll bet you $20. This fool, he's like, I want to go to a casino already, I want to gamble. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know about gambling when I was your age. I didn't even know what blackjack was. This was already playing blackjack on a game on his PC, like a fucking GTA type shit or Roblox. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's like video games are filled with gambling these days. It's crazy. For real, I've even seen so many TV shows that I didn't even know had like episodes where they're gambling. Like there was a SpongeBob movie that had like crabs gambling. I think Teen Titans or something had and I'm like, bro, there's no way they're like, they are pushing it out to the kids, but it's like when you go to an arcade and you want to win a reward and you times that times 10 because they want to win more money, and it's like I wouldn't say it's the worst mentality, because even when he says that, I'm like, okay, you can't gamble right now, so might as well learn how to play poker now, or learn how to do it, play blackjack. And this fool basically already knows how to play blackjack. But I'm like, bro. Oh, that was kick. Oh, fucking bot ass chat on kick, bro. But I told him, I'm like, bro, you clearly can't gamble. So I get, and this fool, bro, my little brother's good at chess. Like, he will beat me at chess. And bro, I'm like, there's no way this fool beats me in chess. And I'm like, if this was good at chess, he would be pretty good at poker. But if I'm not gonna be able to stop him from gambling, dog, once he turned 21, when is that? Somebody follow? I appreciate the follow. Christian Live, hello, what is up? No, that's not a bot. I appreciate you for following. How's your day going? But yeah, bro, this fool is 15 years old, already talking about wanting to gamble. And I'm like, bro, you gotta wait fucking 6 more years. What the fuck are you yapping on about? Fucking learn how to make some money so you can fucking have something to play with. But I think, bro, I truly think my brother is gonna be levels above where I'm at right now, especially since, you know, I've gone through the struggle and I'm able to teach him from my struggle. And that's kind of what I wanted to do coming back here, being able to guide him down the right path. Although he's already better than me at saving money. The only reason I'm not good at saving money is because I moved out at the age of 18. I didn't give my mom enough time to teach me. Even before I moved out, I kind of wanted to learn, and money was a sensitive subject. I didn't make that much money in high school. He's already making money in high school. So I think he's going down a good path. Just gotta make sure his discipline is there, his mentality's right. And dude, I'm not even gonna lie, I truly want mine and his relationship to be like Andrew and Tristan Tate's. Like literally the brotherly bond that, you know, can't be broken up, bro. The one that, like, we're gonna be coming up together, we're gonna be working together, we're gonna be eventually business partners together on many endeavors, which is gonna be awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I'm more so locked in on taking risks right now while he's in high school, so that once he's out, or once he gets his stuff you know, straightened out, I'm able to teach him what I learned from the risk that I took.
Making really good money, and me and my boy, we gambled so much money away from my net worth, and it fucked me.
It's all risk management.
Because like it got to the point where I was like, holy shit, like my net worth got cut in half from this. And now that I've made way more money than that, it's like not as big of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Can much more appropriately, well, you have a realistic expectation because you've experienced gambling, and you're like, okay, now I have a lot of money. Maybe we gamble 2% of it. Like, as far as they were small, I don't do that personally, but my situation is different.
You know what it was for me that made me stop? And like, for reference, I'll say this off camera. I don't want to encourage it too much. I probably lost, probably made like, in business shit. So like, and some of that was meme coins too, to be fair. It was like when it all crashed in 2021, I think. Oh, the thing that made me stop, bro, was I realized, so simple, just the math. The way it worked out was I'd never be able to win long term. Like if I kept doing it as an activity. Is that kind of made you like turn away from it? Or does it not really?
Oh, well, as far as gambling, it's like a very, very, very expensive country club. So I go into the casino and all my friends are there and we're all meeting up, and then the host brings me up to my penthouse and they bring you steaks and there's a butler personal just for you, and then it's tickets, free jets, everything and anything you would want. It feels good to be a part of it. So it's like, am I okay potentially losing money in the exchange for this experience? Absolutely. I love gambling more than anything. So even though over the next 80 years I'm 100% likely to lose a lot of money well spent, you know, I'm stoked on the experiences that it's brought me, and of all the things in my life, like getting jacked, the fitness stuff, everything, and all the people I've ever met, gambling has had the most positive impact on my lifestyle and my relationships over any other endeavor. So it's like, cool, I'm down to lose money just because of what it does for me.
Interesting. What's the most desperate thing you've ever done for money?
I mean, dude, I I used to when I was living in the, oh my God, there's so many. I've literally sold my car, and this was one of my early YouTube videos. I sold my car, and then I put it on black in order to be able to, well, the goal was actually to get more money to gamble so that I could then upgrade apartments. But I would say the most desperate thing I ever did for money was back when I was living in the frat. I had, wow, the more I talk about this, I can think of countless times it's been like crazy desperate. But either way, I was in the frat, living in the closet, and me and my homie were like, bro, this is fucked. This is one of my best friends, and we, at this point, we probably started 5 businesses, and they had all just failed miraculously. And I was like, dude, fuck, I'm just gonna start scamming motherfuckers. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. So this is before Pump Fund. Like, this is OG shit. Like, you had to go into the back end and actually launch your own smart contracts. And I was like, dude, I'm just gonna start making shit coins and rug pulling that shit. So but at this time, in order to make a meme coin, you needed money for liquidity, and you needed, money to run the contracts and everything. So the method, which I have now learned is not as effective as it could have been, I was spending maybe $1,000 to $1,500 per meme coin that I launched. And we launched the first one, and like 6 bots sniped it, bought it right away. We sell it, and we're like, oh shit, we just made $1,000 in whatever, like 30 seconds. That was so sick. Like,
What was the coin called?
Ballsack Dorkle. But either way, so we're like, shit, bro, we should just keep doing this. And over the next 8 hours, we made about 20 more meme coins. Not a single person bought. I don't know how we got those bots to buy it on the first one. Not a single person or bot sniped one of our coins. So I ended up losing my last $20,000 trying to scam people. And that's when I was like, if I can't even scam and make money, I must be an idiot, bro. Like, I must be the biggest loser on this planet, bro. I just stooped down to trying to scam for fucking rent money, and I failed miraculously. So that was probably the most desperate time that I can think of.
Who's your go-to person to call when you need money
Steve will
to
do
gamble?
it. TJR.
Well, it's
Graham
always
Stephan?
now I got his number. It's always the casino first, because that's easy debt. Like, you lose money in the casino, especially because I work for Roobet. If they give me money, and like right now I owe Roobet, I don't know, I owe them a good amount of money. But the point being is, if they loan me money and I lose it, it's like, okay, you guys can fuck yourselves and also wait on getting paid back, because as far as I'm concerned, nothing happened. You gave me a number on my screen. It never turned in. I never cashed out the crypto, and that number went back to 0. So you guys are fine. So that feels like free money when I borrow from the casino. But first, I usually call up Steve Will Do It. But the problem is, usually I'm with Steve Will Do It when we're looking for money. So I call up TJR. He has given me money a lot of times.
He said on the podcast that he supports friends' businesses. So.
He does, bro.
I guess that's what he meant, man.
TJR, I've borrowed hundreds of thousands of dollars from to gamble. But I've always paid him back. I always pay people back. Yeah, TJR is actually probably the number one. Thanks, TJR.
What's the dumbest investment you've ever made?
Theoretically, the dumbest investment that I ever made worked out.
Pepe.
And so how this story goes was, when I first dropped out of college, I made like a pretty good amount of money just like blindly trading. I was doing Ethereum high leverage on a fucking casino called actually I can't say what they were called. But either way, the point being is, I made a good amount of money and I cashed it all to my bank account. I'm good. I feel great. And then over the next like 7 months, I thought I was like good at trading because I made this money. So it's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna keep making money. I kind of figured it out. I'm the GOAT. And I was like 19 years old at the time. So I was buying cars, going on vacations and shit. And then I lost all my money. It was the crash you were talking about in 2021.
Did you get NFTs?
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking still hold NFTs, bro.
Yeah, I didn't sell them because they're not worth anything.
Now it's like, not even are they not worth anything? There's not even a buyer. Like if I tried to sell it for $5, I couldn't, right? So either way, the point being is I lost my money, and then all of a sudden, I had a tax bill because I apparently fucking vacation to Italy with your homies isn't a tax write-off. So I lose all my money. I have a tax bill. I owed the IRS. I think it was about $150,000, but I had $13,000 in my bank account. It was like, I'm fucked. I'm looking at myself, and at this time I'm in Montana, and I was just like, dude, this is like a huge crisis, and I have $13,000. I might as well do something crazy with it because either I owe, an amount that I can't pay, or I owe an amount that I can't pay. Like no matter what, right? With that $13,000, so I took the $13,000, and again with this Pepe bullshit, it's like I remember I was just scrolling Dex Tools, and the Pepe the Frog caught my eye. It was like recently launched, and it's like, oh, this is getting good volume. Is 30 million market cap. Like this is fire. Like this coin, and it was all the hype on Twitter at the time. I was like chronically on crypto Twitter, and like everyone's talking about Pepe the Frog. Pepe the Frog's the next big meme coin. So, all right, I guess we'll put this 13K into Pepe the Frog. That investment, that $13,000, eventually amounted to just over $1 million. So that I paid like all my tax bill. It was like a huge blessing. Of course, there's actually a lot of layers to that story, but that's like the kind of the base layer of how that went.
Hey, do you guys ever see podcasts with guys talking about these crazy gains in crypto, but you've been taking the safe path? Retirement accounts, investing in the S&P 500, 401k, Roth IRA, and you kind of feel left out. But now that crypto's more mainstream than ever and every Gen Z person you meet has a positive view of Bitcoin, it's gotten to the point where it's almost risky to not put some of your savings in crypto. That's why I'm transferring all of my retirement accounts to iTrust Capital. They let you invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, even gold, all inside of a tax-advantaged IRA. Same retirement benefits, but with assets that are actually designed to beat inflation. So if you don't want to miss out on the biggest wealth transfer of our lifetime while still being smart with your money, go to itrustcapital.com/JackNeil and use the code Jack8 for an easy $100.
I just seen this video. Stopped by the casino after work and won 8K on a slot machine, and this happened. And this guy fucking, it got confiscated for child support. 7,660. Damn, poor guy. Probably was 8K behind on child support. I was hitting
So that was like
slots
the
at
worst
casino.
investment, but it worked out. The worst investment that I ever made that didn't work out was I was filming a video called Business Masterclass, and I was trying to prove to the world that I could make money without gambling. I was sick of everyone being like, Togi's lucky. And I was like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna do it. So either way, I was trying to flip my homie Neil, Timepiece Trading. He's got 4 Ferraris, 17 cars. And it's like, dude, all he does is flip watches. Like that shit, like it cannot be that hard. So I took, it was $80,000 and I bought 4 Rolexes, and every single one of them was fake. It was from like some random fucking guy on Reddit. And I knew it was super risky, but I was like, fuck it. It'll be good for the video, regardless if it works out or not. And they were like really, this should have been a red flag. But they were really, one of them was like the Meteorite Daytona. So I was like, this should resell for the 80 in itself. And it just wasn't real. So that was the worst investment. I sold all, I still have them. They were worth nothing.
Yeah, what's your favorite slot?
Oh, God, that leaked so bad. That's disgusting. Oh, you ever have that, bro? Oh, my God. Oh. With tobacco too, bro. Favorite slot? Oh God.
Might be the hardest question today.
There's so many good ones, bro. Probably Dorks of the Deep or Wanted.
I know, like, Dead or Alive. Is it similar to that?
Yeah, Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Wanted,
It's the same slot.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That one's a great slot. Me and Steve just hit for $1 million a couple of weeks ago on it.
Mm-hmm. My favorite used to be Christmas Big Bass, for sure.
Dude,
How about in the casino, bro? Buffalo? Something about Buffalo.
That shit's lit. But in the casino, I like Huff and Puff.
Huff
Is
and
my
Puff?
favorite. Yeah.
Bro, I swear I get ads on my phone for, like, the Buffalo, and it just, like,
Oh
triggers
my
something
God,
to make me,
yeah.
like, gamble.
I don't know why that's like the standard. Maybe because like the Native American casino, but it's like half the slots ever are
Slots or blackjack.
Buffalo.
I played
What's your favorite bonus?
blackjack more.
My
I don't
favorite
like playing
bonus?
slots.
Yeah,
My uncle plays slots, and that fool be winning.
Like that you would be buying on a slot.
But
Yeah.
I found a casino nearby that has a $10 minimum, and they have the free bet. So that one, I was making good money on. I know, dude. Or you gotta either like snipe them out. You gotta see which one's fucking already to the top. And sometimes even when they're filled up, they won't even fucking hit.
It's probably the second bonus on Wanted, the dual. I think it's just dual or whatever it's called. Let me think about it. Yeah, that's actually. Oh my God, how could I forget?
Depends
You
how
can't
much
buy
you're
this
betting,
bonus.
too.
The 5 scat on Le Bandit is crazy. It's the most fun you'll ever have, but you have to spin into it. But it's technically a bonus buy, but it's like a super bonus buy. Yeah.
What's your favorite game right now? Because I know you're kind of known for Plinko, but has that changed a bit?
I would like to formally apologize to the world for making Plinko more popular than it needed to be. 'Cause that game is fucked.
Fuck
That
Plinko.
game is, bro. Well, that's what I lost the 1.8 million on. It was just 17 hours straight of Plinko. I think Plinko's the worst game in the casino, but for whatever reason at the time, I thought it was like so cool. Maybe before I realized it was horrible.
Dead as is, bro.
So I am known for
better
Plinko,
off
but I
playing
can't stand it.
mine.
However, just the other day, it was maybe a week ago, I had $1,500 and I was like, what the hell am I going to do with $1,500? So I dropped one Plinko ball, hit a 130X, paid $200,000. It was like the coolest bonus to my week is just like a free 200,000. But no, Plinko's like I would actually go as far to say Plinko's my least favorite game, even though that's kind of like what I was initially known for. Favorite game right now is a new slot called Seamen.
Seaman?
Yeah, Seamen. But I just max won it. It was awesome.
What are the shadiest things online casinos do that people don't know about?
I'm not like that in the loop. Like if there's something like really shady going on, I know as a fact that the game maker, but this is no different than IRL casinos. They can just click a button and make it like you're not like the RTP has gone down significantly. Like it's as easy as going on your computer and like scrolling. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but that's how I'd imagine. They got a little RTP and just like change it. I know, bro. And they'll say you can't do that.
Bro, oh my god. That is fucking. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the craps machine, the one where you press it and then the fucking dice. Bro, I really like that game, but I swear that shit is rigged, bro. Like I'll be hitting, and next thing you know, like sometimes I'll call it and I'm like, nah, that shit gonna hit 7, and it does hit, but dude, it's like you'll see it jump up all the way up, and then when it's about to hit 7, it just goes poof. Like it literally, it's a different bounce, I don't know what the fuck, if they got magnets on that shit or what, but it'll just go doom, doom, and then it'll hit 7, and you're just like, what the fuck? This shit, they got a button, they're just clicking so it could fucking hit 7, dude. I swear. But yeah, dude, honestly, it's as simple as that, bro. They always got an eye on you. They most definitely are always watching you. And they watch you from the moment you get into the casino to the moment you fucking leave. That's why you gotta be able to fucking outsmart the fucking
Coded the game,
the
motherfucker.
people.
So I know
You
you
gotta
can
outsmart
change
the
whatever
fucking
you want to
casino.
change.
You gotta beat
I'm not
them.
sure if that happens because a lot of these games aren't super.
I think that's I feel like that's why I like, I guess, gambling and like even trading stocks, because it's like you gotta beat the system. You deadass gotta outsmart the system. That's genuinely what it is. Stock trading, you're literally going against the big fucking corporates. the big fucking institutions, the big fucking everything, bro. The people that control the market. Same with the casino. You gotta be able to outsmart the casino. You gotta beat the system.
Like these providers for slots aren't super closely
I hate
audited.
the system.
I know No Limit is audited because they're in Sweden, so it's pretty strict out there. But
Yep,
there's
dead
other
ass.
providers that definitely could get away
Fuck
with
that shit. No, I'm going to war with
fucking with the odds. But the thing is, I guess it's just a matter of like human greed and how fast you want to make money. But these providers, the top ones at least, have the good faith and reputation of Stake and Roobet riding on them. So Stake and Roobet, Rainbet, whatever these big casinos are doing their own audits on the games. And these companies are making, so if RTP is 96% and they pay, you know, maybe like a couple percent to the casino, they have a few percent of every player in the world and they're on every platform. They're definitely making millions of dollars a day. Like,
So the people who make the games get paid? It doesn't all just go to Stake?
no, yeah, the people that make the games. So how it works is
That sounds like a good business.
Stake bankrolls it. They provide the software, and then they get 1% to 2% out of the players' losses just for the software. And if you have this software and you're making, let's just for simplicity's sake say you make 1% of every player's losses around the world on every popular casino, no competition, you're on every casino because the top games are on every single casino. Would you really try and get 4% here and there and risk all of that and then also risk like being sued, going to jail for the rest of your life? I don't know. Maybe if you're really, really greedy, potentially. But I mean, could they? Most definitely. And B, I know as a fact, Trainwrecks did a deep dive into one of these providers, and one of the players that was sponsored by a provider. Usually these deals, you can be sponsored by a provider. Oh fuck, I'm probably never gonna get a provider sponsorship after this, but I don't need one, I guess. But either way, the point being is, if you play a slot enough, like say whatever number you land on in your deal, say 70% of your gameplay is on their games, they'll give you money. At Train, there's a streamer that was sponsored by one of these companies, and they were max winning at a rate like 6,000% more than a person would typically max win. Is it crazy luck? Impossible. Like, there's no way you could possibly be a one-off, get that lucky, and be a big streamer. So in this sense, it wasn't an online casino. It fell on the provider making that person win a lot so that they get their clips of their slot that's always winning, and people are like, oh, I should go play that one.
That's true.
Trainwrecks totally exposed that. I definitely can't say the names, and I'm probably never going to get a provider sponsorship after that.
Have you thought about launching your own games, like your own slots?
I'm not that smart, dude.
Yeah, but you're launching your own casino.
I can.
Because it's easier to launch a casino than a slot, theoretically, right?
Well, yeah, much, because the slot, you're making a game, and you have to.
I thought that shit was all made with AI, bro. Like,
I'm actually at this point, you maybe probably can, but either way, the point being is, making a game is like coding a video game, whereas making infrastructure for a casino is having code that you can input their video game, and then you just need the bankroll to pay the winners. So making the casino in itself, like, infinitely easier than putting all these bright colors and like the functionality of the slot. I don't even know how you would ever ensure that your RTP is consistent and like when it pays out. It's very confusing to me, and I don't have time to dabble in that. I'm not even close.
Do you know
to smart
Roblox? Did you play Roblox when you were a kid? Not really.
Nah.
It's really tempting for me to get into that shit, but I didn't. Casinos sound like what's the top casino game make you think? Like a month?
It's very diversified now. I would imagine Pragmatic. They have they have about like 30-40% of all slot play in online gambling, and say they make 1% on all slot play in the world, like billions of dollars. I don't know, like, but definitely, like, bro, you think fucking Tesla makes money? Pragmatic is making money.
Are gamblers addicted to the feeling of winning or the thrill of losing?
Damn.
Oh, both, dude. Because winning isn't dope. Like, it's just like life. If the pursuit of greatness only is spectacular because it's hard, if life was too easy, the same as a movie. If the main character just walked through it and defeated the boss, or a video game, Mario, Bowser was a one-shot, how many times are you going to log in and fucking one-shot Bowser and walk out and get any amount of dopamine hit, right? Like, if the winning was unlimited, and of course the money can buy you nice things, the dopamine would go away like immediately. So the thrill of losing is what makes it so incredible, and it's just like everything spectacular is very difficult, and it's like gamblers are typically very impatient for like the dopamine hit of life. So it's like the trials and tribulations of life fast-tracked into a 1 hour period where you can go up and down, up and down, up and down 7 different times within the same hour. Like, the perfect balance of losing and winning is what makes it so spectacular.
Do you think you've ever, like, you might get unfazed by winning at a certain point, but do you think you'll ever get unfazed by losing?
I mean, yeah, I lost 50,000 last week, and I didn't think about it, not even while it was happening. It's just like, all right, whatever, like, that's how it goes, because I've lost so many times. I'm just very familiar with the experience, and my net worth is not large enough to blink at 50,000. Like, 50,000 is a lot of money to me, but since I've gambled so much, and the problem with, I mean, it's sad to talk about, but I was talking about this earlier today. Like, gambling has fried my dopamine, especially gambling on stimulants, so much, where it's like, if I had a kid today, I'd be like, yo, what up, little dude? Like, I swear, and I have this same experience. I talked to my gambling friends about this. We're just like, dude, life is so boring. Like, I can't stand, like, just existing is boring because the amount of dopamine you get. So what I'm getting at is, although my bankroll isn't big enough to lose 50,000, because I've won and lost 50,000 countless times, now for me to really be excited, I have to win over $500,000, even though my net worth isn't even, like, that's spectacular as far as my net worth goes. So it's just like, and I see it in other gamblers too, like, the stakes get exponentially higher and higher and higher. Like, in the last year, well, I guess it's a little different because my net worth has gone up. But
that's why you gotta be able to.
A lot of my friends, their stakes have gone up
balance.
10x in the last year, although their net worth has stayed about the same. You just have to keep pushing it and pushing it.
That's what it did. That's what poker, when I started it, kind of did that, because I didn't want to do anything but play poker. Low-key, that's what happened to me once I started trading, and that's why I kind of had to step away from, trading for a little, so I can get back on doing what I have to do, like my non-negotiables, meditating, reading, working out. I feel as long as you continue to do those and prioritize that, and not like make gambling or make trading your god or your idol, like idolizing it, it's like you'll be able to get that balance and not fully be consumed in it. You get what I mean? But I get what you think. It's a chemical thing. I mean, it's the same thing with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That shit fucks up your dopamine receptors. That shit will literally have you doom scrolling like a fucking, looking like a zombie. And that's why you got those people on the fucking slot machines fucking. Well, first time I seen those zombies, I was like, bro, there's no way they're actually just on the fucking slot machines, man. I could not believe that shit.
And I have no solution for that. Like, my dopamine is so cooked, and
but it's also because this was been fucking doing so many drugs and
in the
gambling.
pursuit of a happy life, I'm trying to find solutions, and I've been sober recently, everyone says life is better sober. Life sucks sober. I can't stand
sucks.
being sober. I'm sitting here like, it's like I was forced to lock in.
You seem super locked in today. I'll be honest.
Oh my God, no, I'm not. I'm in shambles. Today, I almost called you, said we can't do it today because wow, this is crazy that we're talking about this. You know, I was thinking, because I just bought a ton of Adderall. I don't have it yet. I was thinking about calling you and being like, dude, we got to cancel this. And then once I can take an Adderall, then we can do the podcast. It'll be a lot better. I was like, just suck it up and do it. But the point is, bro, life is
at the same time,
so much worse.
You can't.
Sober. And maybe it's because I'm not.
This is where like I've been getting like a little more spiritual lately, and it's like life's supposed to suck, you know. Life's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to go through struggles. You're supposed to fail. It's just in our body. It's in our system to do that. But yet we run away from it. We avoid it any way possible. Whether that's distracting ourselves with social media, whether that's running away from it with the drugs, or even gambling, like distracting ourselves with gambling, or trying to do this, that, and the other. And a lot of people can even be in the same perspective of working a 9 to 5. Like, working a 9 to 5 isn't what we're supposed to be meant to do. Fucking slaving our time and energy isn't what we're supposed to do. But a lot of people do it because it keeps them comfortable. It keeps them away from having to stress about stuff. This is the most I've been stressed about with money and with just finances. Like, in the top of my mind, it's like, how am I going to pay my overdue bills? How am I going to do this, that, and the other? But realistically, it shouldn't even matter, because that's not really what matters in life. I could die tomorrow and none of that would matter. I could die tomorrow and let's say I could have $1 million and die tomorrow and none of that will ever fucking matter, because you don't take that shit when you die, you know? What you actually take with you when you die is your soul, the things that you did right from wrong. And I feel like I appreciate the follow, 100CHY. I love the energy you put into the streams. That helps streamers grow. I don't know, man. Those people promoting that they help streamers grow, I don't like that. Being able to afford a roof over your head. It's not even being comfortable. It's just being stable. Being able to afford a... Well, yeah, in this economy, a lot of people struggle to even do that. I'm lucky enough to not have to really stress about that right now. That's kind of what I stressed about the past 4 years since I moved out. And even when I had a lot of money, I wouldn't do the right things, because I would have money and then I would go out and distract myself by doing some stupid ass shit. You feel me? And I feel like that's why a lot of broke people are actually the happier people when they don't stress about money, because they know what really matters in life, which is the relationships you have, the friendships, the real people that actually care for you and aren't there because you're in a good place in life. Because I know eventually I'm gonna be up, and a whole lot of people are gonna act like they've been there in my lowest lows, but not many people really have, you know. But really, I feel like the main thing is just truly just always glad to see what you're streaming. Connect with me on Discord, Dav Hinge. Appreciate you. Appreciate the follow. I'll see if I add you after this live stream. But I feel like I feel like finding the truth is truly what we're supposed to be doing. All these distractions keep us from the truth in this world of lies that we have been fed.
I've been sober enough, but dude.
And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like living a sober life isn't the life we're supposed to live. Shrooms have truly helped me, one, be more spiritually inclined, connect with my soul and my body. And I feel like weed has also allowed me to fight my demons. I feel like bud, a lot of people don't like smoking weed because the first time they get anxious, the first time they hear voices in their head that they know aren't theirs, and they feel like they're going crazy. But realistically, me and my cousin talked about this a while back. It's like, shrooms has opened my mind. Shrooms is one of the best things I've ever done. And it's like everything else. You gotta use it with the right consumption. I've only done it once a year. Truly, once a year is what I do it. Just so I can have one perspective outside of my body, outside of, you know, what I'm doing day in and day out, and see truly what I've got to do. Crazy on how some you eat can do that. I know, like, who the fuck came up with that shit, you know? Who the fuck found out that they do that? But another thing is, like, I found out God put everything on this earth for a reason. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of evil in the world, and it also depends on your mentality. What I tell people before they even take shrooms is, if you're not in the right mindset, if you're not in the right mental state, don't do it, because that's when the demons take over. That's when they literally get amplified. But if you're truly holy, if you feel like you're more good than bad, if you feel like you got the right people around you, and you want to spiritually get closer to God or get closer to the truth or something like that, then go ahead and do it, because it will lead you down, you know, to basically judge yourself outside of your own body, to see and reflect your whole family and the world that we live in the perspective that it's meant to be seen in.
I don't know how I'm ever going to solve this crisis of evolving as a human. I guess I'm 22, so I have time. But, dude,
You're 23 now, bro.
Oh, fuck. I'm 23. He knows better than me. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got to see, like, a therapist or something. Because I swear, nothing gets me. And Eric, my coach, asked me today, he said, when are you happiest? Like, we were talking about how good working out feels. When are you the happiest? Like, I love working out. You get such a good workout. And I was like, dude, I'm happiest when I'm rip shit on and I'm gambling. Like, is that bad to say? Maybe. Probably bad to say. But it's just like, what do you... that's how it is. And I've been getting a lot of memories because Togi versus Cabo was exactly 1 year ago today. I've seen these memories like, damn, that shit was so much fun. It's kind of like how Jordan Belfort talks about Quaaludes, like some Ritalin and Xanax, dude. That's like the pocket is the best feeling.
Quaalude.
Have you ever had a Quaalude?
No, can't get my
I
hands
feel like
on
there's
any.
a couple of them left in the world. I don't know.
I would pay $100,000 for one.
100K for a Quaalude?
Yeah, if anyone's got Quaaludes. But now I'm going to get scammed. I'm not buying your damn Quaaludes. All right, guys. I'm going to get about 60 DMs. Yo, I got the last Quaalude, bro. Just wire me.
It's gonna be the same guy that sold you the Rolex, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying no Quaaludes, guys. But if I was 100% sure it was a real Quaalude, I would totally buy it.
What's interesting about like you gambling and drinking, doing drugs, like steroids, all this stuff, is like I feel like most guys our age like put that degen energy into like girls. Is that like a thing for you, or like do you not really focus on girls that much?
Now you gotta stay away from those Jezebels.
I've made some very questionable decisions. I've banged a ton of twos in my life. Like, it's not a noble thing, but it's also like, dude, it happens. And I don't want to hear anybody in the comments taking the high road on me, because it's like, dude, you guys got to understand, especially back when I was in the frat, like, you're ripped on drugs, you're drunk, you're on trend, and then you got, like you're going to have to bang the frat slut. Like, it's not even up to me, bro. I swear if anybody would do the same thing in that position. So either way, I've banged, like, tons of women that are far below what I should be banging, which also is a good point, though. Like, I don't mind it, and I don't regret any of it. It's weird being famous because everyone thinks, like, I should be with, like, top quality women. Sometimes I just want to pound a torta, dude. Like, I swear it's easier. It's less, like, like, it's less work. It's just easy. It's just like, all right, like, let's go. Let's do this. So I don't want to hear, like, dude, it's just frustrating that people are very into my personal life, and it's like, oh, Togi banged a torta. Yeah, dude, grow up. Like, what's the big deal? But either way, I don't focus on, I'm so obsessed with my vision and my path. Like,
Can't be focused
I
on
don't
that
think
shit.
I've had sex or jacked off in, like, probably weeks, because I'll get like in such an obsessive state of what I'm trying to get done, where it's like the women is so far behind
That's how
on
you
my
get up there,
radar.
though.
And I've
A lot
also
of people,
found that the
women
less
is
you worry
their
about women,
detriment.
the easier it is to get them. You know, like everyone knows, like, oh, build your own garden. Like, you wouldn't chase a butterfly, like attract them. So like, when I was in high school, I didn't get very many girls. And now that I'm like really obsessed with, you know, like more important things, like, you know, whatever, retiring my family, making sure my friends are good, building wealth, and making a name for myself. Now the women are no problem whatsoever. And I think because of that mindset shift, and especially like when you have something in abundance, it's not like, you know, if you always have food available, you're not gonna like be like, oh, food, let me get it. But like when if you only got a plate of food once a day, like first thing you have the opportunity, it's all the focus on the food. So it's just I think I've gotten to the point where I don't really think about it too much, and you know, maybe at some point we'll circle back. But it's just hanging out with a girl is no better than getting ripped on all day. Like really crunch the numbers of like, so if you find a wife, great, but at our age, typically you hang out with the girl, and it's a very deceiving trap, because you'll hang out with the girl all day, whatever, maybe like 6 hours, you go bowling, you get food, you go back, you have sex, you watch a movie, and at the end you're like, oh, I feel pretty good about myself. Like that was a good day, because like instinctively, like you're reproducing, it's great, but you didn't do that to reproduce. You like whatever, you pulled out whatever, I don't know.
It's not.
And then you get a dopamine hit of being productive, because that's just like instinctually how it is. But in reality, you've done nothing that day. You might as well have gotten baked and play Fortnite. You might as well have done heroin all day long. Nothing good has happened, unless of course you have a wife in which is helping you achieve your dreams. But 99% of the time, that's not the case.
It's a really good take. Yeah, you kind of get the false reward that you did something good. Like reality is just a waste of time.
That's why I hate
So
corn,
kind of once you
dog.
like
Fuck that shit.
wake
Fuck
up
corn.
to how unproductive women are, it's like so much less.
Wait, what?
Wake up to how unproductive women are,
Oh, that's true.
it's like so much less attractive. Like you just like, I don't want to spend my time doing that.
Would you date a girl that gambles?
That's his dream girl. What you talking about?
No.
You're lying.
No,
You're
that's
lying.
kind of like, would a girl date a dude that fucking wears a thong? Like,
What the
it's the most
fuck?
masculine activity ever. Gambling is for men.
I
Imagine
guess
you
so.
fucking,
I don't know.
imagine you get a call from a girl
You're
and she's
right.
like, yo, could I borrow 10,000? Because I got this parlay. I got this 6 leg and it's a fucking lock. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's disgusting. That is like, absolutely not. If I'm with a girl, I kind of just want them to like sit there and watch me gamble. And if I'm gambling, like sure, you can
Oh, that's
gamble like a
fine.
few thousand on the side just to entertain yourself. I do not want a degenerate gambling girlfriend. That's like really like almost as gross as them having a penis.
You think girls are lucky when you gamble? Like they make you luckier?
No.
No, I think generally speaking, they need to shut the fuck up when I'm gambling. Oh my god, like you should play this one or you should do this. And it's like, yeah, I do not want to hear any of this right now. And then you get
Togi's
like
hilarious, man.
worked up and then you can't focus. I do not like gambling with women. Sometimes it's good for the streams, but generally it just...
What's one conspiracy theory you 100% think is true?
I don't really dabble in conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I don't even want
Because
to get me into that, bro.
it's almost like
Not many people will see this one, so Earth is
concepts
flat.
are so much bigger than me. It's like, I don't care for politics because it's like, you know, my energy put into this is, I can't do anything about it.
It's a really rich people's game.
Yeah, like it's like for
That's
people
true.
that, you know, if you have enough influence, then maybe you care about politics. For a regular Joe like me that's just trying to like make it throughout the day without killing himself, like politics are the last thing that I need to worry about. Whereas Now we're talking conspiracies. That's like above politics. So when I see a conspiracy theory, I kind of just write it off as I don't give a shit because it's like, dude, I like,
Nothing you can
as
do
far as
about
what
it.
I need to
Yeah.
get done today, worrying about if the fucking earth is flat or not.
Oh my god.
Who gives a fuck?
This would just
Like,
listen to
maybe it's good conversation at best, but
Fuck,
really,
you're right.
when do you need
Togi, I
good
need to stop
conversation?
caring about
When you're
that.
trying to bang a girl. And they don't care if the earth's flat or not. Definitely not going to get you laid. And B, I don't even care about getting laid. So the whole conspiracy thing, like, I don't dabble.
Is there one though that like?
No,
top of
dude,
your head?
that's what I thought for
Like,
about
do you think we
15
landed on the
seconds.
moon? Like landed on the moon?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Like,
That's fair.
dude, I swear, like, I see clips and I'll see Joe Rogan talking about, like, oh, like, he doesn't look right.
Nah,
I'm
we
like, okay,
didn't
maybe he
land
doesn't
on
look
the moon.
right. All right, on to the next. Like, I've never thought about it enough to have an opinion. Like, I'll sit here and say, okay, that's a good point, that maybe 9/11 was weird and maybe that is an inside job. I don't know. That's kind of all I'm gonna look into it. I don't, because like, what the fuck is that gonna do for me? Like, getting
I
to the
appreciate the
bottom of it.
follow.
If anything, it's gonna stress me out. So
love to
I
join
just
your
like I
live
have
show
no
whenever
opinions on
you're
them. But some of
streaming.
them, it's like, oh wow, that's a good point. Well, I guess I'll never know. I'm really okay with just like floating around this world in the unknown. I think.
Did you go to a Diddy party?
Dude, oh my God, Brad took me to a Diddy party. It was ridiculous.
What the
We're
fuck?
It wasn't a real Diddy party.
Damn,
It felt
what-
like a Diddy party.
when was that?
It was everyone. It was like this, all these like Love Island people. What was the date? Maybe it was like
When was that 60 followers?
it was some holiday. Oh, it was the 4th of July maybe, and I was at the Phase party, and we're like, all right, this is boring. And Brad's like, oh, like
Was this
Bradley
a few
Martin.
weeks ago?
Yeah, it was recent. And Bradley Martin's like, oh, dude, I got this party, and we show up, and like, everyone's wearing white. I don't know a single. Like, the only people I recognized were the Love Island people, and everyone else is like very rich, never seen or heard of them. And then there's like a lot of like really like weird, sketchy vibes going on, so I left. But Bradley Martin totally took me to a date.
Interesting. What's the weirdest place
Fucking
you've ever
Bradley,
woken
bro.
up?
I've only ever, I mean, nothing like too like freaky or like, whoa, this is not chill. One time I was, oh my God. So are you familiar with a pin?
No. What's that?
It's a long-acting benzo. So like lasts 4 to 8 hours. Pin lasts 72 hours. So it's for people with like chronic anxiety, and you just take a little bit and your anxiety's gone for 3 days. But I would take like 30 of them bitches, and next thing you know, like literally it's just like, whoa, you take it and you kind of commit to the idea of waking up in 4 days. So I took, this was when I was first getting into those too. So I didn't really know like the consequences per se. So I took, I remember I bought 25 pins. I don't know the milligrams. And I just, they hit so slow. I took 5 and it's like, I'm not high. Take another 5, I'm not high. Take 15. All right, I'm kind of high, but those have this weird way of tricking you into thinking like you're not that high. You should take another one. Take 5 more, and it's like, okay, now I'm in the pocket. Now I feel really good. Let me take the last 5. And then I was in Italy. I started in Boulder, Colorado, and I wake up and I was we were in the, I think it was Milan airport, and I remember kicking this vending machine is like the first thing I remember. And I'm like trying to get these fucking crackers out of it. My friend's like, what are you doing? Like, we're about to miss our layover. What the fuck are you talking about, miss our layover? I guess we planned, all of us blacked out on K-pins to go to Italy. So that's like the weirdest.
Was that the Italy trip you were talking about? That wasn't. Like,
No,
the
that was
tax
actually after. It was so much fun in Italy on that spontaneous trip. We decided to go again, and that's when I spent a majority of my money. But I've never woken up in a like crack house or anything like too weird.
Crack house.
Just Italy. Yeah.
Italy, yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good case scenario, you know?
Yeah, I know, it was a great time. That's why I say it's
I'm
not,
sure you took a few more for the plane ride, though.
almost definitely. It's not, I don't know exactly what happened in that process, but what's funny to me is I can't imagine what a flight attendant you see like fucking 3 kids and they're all just like slurring their words. Like, what do you do with them? Because they've paid for their tickets and they're like, do you just pray they fall asleep? Like, I don't even know like if I was being cooperative or not. Typically, I'm pretty nice when I'm blacked out. But I'm just like thinking that must be the worst case scenario if you're a flight attendant.
Don't you have the #1 clan on Clash Royale?
I used to. I was getting roid rage at one kid. I kicked him out, and then we dropped 100 ranks.
Are you pretty good?
No, I'm all right. I'm not good. I'm good enough to have over 10,000 trophies, and I just used my influence to like rip my way into #1. But what happened is, you know how recently, do you play?
Yeah, I play.
They just came out with the 10,000 trophy thing, and I saw Jinxie post a TikTok about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, Clash Royale. I've not played in a few years. So I hop on Clash Royale, spend $3,000, max out all my cards. And then I made a post, and I was like, only people with 10,000. And I was just the first clan to get all people with 10,000 because I just used my influence to get those people. I was literally the last in my clan, like ranked dead 50th as the leader. So I'm not good, but I'm good enough to pull off #1. It only lasted like a week.
Would you play a game for $1,000?
Yeah, let's do it.
No way, bro.
All right.
If you win, I have a crypto site loaded.
Oh, this is very exciting. And this is funny. Last night, I lost $1,000 on a game of Clash Royale, so this is my redemption.
Shit, man. We gotta lock
Do I just text you a friend request, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit, bro.
Oh my god, this is fun.
Oh, God, Togi. You just played
Oh, your Expo! Oh my god. All right, this isn't a bad situation for me. Pekka does pretty good against Expo usually. Oh, I just swapped.
Definitely playing a hog cycle.
Just swapped. Whatchamacallit? Oh no. Okay, nice. I used to have Fireball, which would have been great for that witch situation, but.
They're really playing Clash Royale.
Expo, Witch, Ice Golem. Played it. I should choke. One hit.
My brother wants me to start a Clash Royale series on the game channel.
I'm cooking.
I didn't know if you... Dude, I didn't know that if you... Good game. I didn't know if you Evo... Snowball, it makes the Expo lock. Because
I thought that would throw you off. It's a good one.
I didn't realize it was locked. I just assumed it wasn't. But that makes sense that it makes them disappear. That's a really good strategy, dude.
It's hard to play against for sure.
I've never seen anybody utilize that. Why don't you have like a Tesla or not Tesla? What's the fucking tower that shoots the electricness?
Oh, the Tesla with it?
Oh, is it Tesla? Why don't you run that with it? Isn't that like, I don't know anything about Expo decks, but isn't that like the standard is having that to protect it?
This was like the highest win rate of the top player last week, so I just
Oh, yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, bro, I usually, get one. Is that a... What did it hit? I couldn't see.
Oh,
it.
shit, fuck.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds for this answer. What's 23 plus 44?
Holy shit. 67.
6'7"?
6'7". Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
What the
let's
fuck
go.
is wrong with that joke? My brother
Shit, what
does
we
that
got,
shit all
Joe?
the time.
Oh no. Oh, okay, just one next. You gotta click on
They're coming
game
with
mode,
the
you gotta make it
pizza,
high
so I'm
difficulty,
about to
though.
hop off.
Oh, how do I do that?
See how this says low and it's highlighted purple?
Looking back when you were a kid, what's the first memory of your addictive personality?
Oh my god. Well, so when I was I used to be a champion. I used to be a stud, bro. When I was 12, I was in the Little League World Series. I was like
You were that good at baseball?
unanimously like it was consistent across the board. Everyone's like best catcher in America, Shane Stoford, 12 years old, going to the MLB, like working out with D1 schools. I was 12 years old. I was just stud. And then I go to high school. They put me on varsity as a freshman, and then I started like I wanted to be like cool, you know? You go to high school, you're self-conscious, you want to be cool. So I was like hanging out with the basketball kids. Like, oh, we're going to a party. It's like, oh, dope. So the first night, whatever, I go to a party and I try smoking weed for the first time as a freshman in high school. And and whatever.
I
I
didn't
just
start
love,
smoking
like, dude,
weed
the second
until
I
junior-
smoked weed,
sophomore or
I
junior
was like,
year.
this is the dopest thing ever. Like, I love this shit. Every single day for the next week, I was smoking weed. That was the first time I did it. And within 7 days, I was just like started to do acid, and I was like doing
What
a
the
lot
fuck?
of acid. I think
Weed does not lead
my
to
freshman
that.
year of high school, I probably did acid at least 100 times. Like, it was like I took acid. I remember I used to like sneak out with my friends. This is like not. Oh my god, my parents would kill me if they saw this. But we would used to sneak out and we would steal the cars. Like, we would have 5 of our friends. Oh my god, this is. I really hope my parents. Well, it doesn't matter. Sorry, mom.
I disagree.
We were 14, mind you, at the time. Which,
I
so none
disagree.
of us have a driver's permit.
But I've never
We would
done
sneak
anything
out
other than weed or shrooms.
And
Take the
But if
car.
anything,
we
I
would
feel
take
like
the cars, and
caffeine
then we
is
would
more
go
of
to
a
King
gateway
Soopers.
drug to coke than
You go in there
weed
and you
ever
just
will be.
grab 2 30 racks and you just run out every time. You get 60 beers for like whatever. That's plenty for kids. And we would drive around. It was in Gun Barrel in Colorado. We would drive around just getting shit-faced and looking for work offices. And every night after it usually takes about 5 tries, we would find that one that's unlocked, and we would go in there and just like go into their break room, and we would just get shit-faced all night long, doing like smoking weed, drinking, doing acid, and like every weekend we would do this. And then some days the one memory I have, I remember I was so hungover at school because we did it the night before. I slept for maybe like 30 minutes, go do basketball practice in the morning. And I remember I'm too hungover, and I go to the bathroom, and I remember see my friend, and he's like doing acid in the bathroom. He's like, whoa, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm doing acid. Do you want to try some? And I was like, oh yeah, dude, totally. Not a thought in my mind like this maybe is a bad idea. I was like, this is gonna be incredible. And I did it, whatever, no, like tripping at school. Oh, I ditched all my classes. I was just like, running around, tripping balls, and it was great. But looking back on it, it's like, you're a little drug addict, dude. That version of me, like 14 years old, is definitely like very clear moment. The first time I smoked weed, it was like, that kid's an addict. And it's weird looking back because when you're a kid, you do these things, you feel very adult. Like, you feel like mature, like, oh, I can
You would
handle
have
myself.
never
This is like,
done shrooms
now I
if
see
you
a
never did
14-year-old, I'm
weed?
like, that is a little munchkin, dude. That kid,
I disagree.
bro. Like,
One of
that
my
is
friends did shrooms before
a
he even
baby.
ever
Like, that's a
smoked weed.
child, 100%. So it's really crazy to me to think
But
back
it's
on
not,
like
it's
all
not
this
like I
shit.
did shrooms because of weed. I just did shrooms because you find out what shrooms do. Just like anything else, you just gotta know what it does before you... bro, like, I don't know, man. I can never do coke. I can never do Xans. Like, everybody else was doing Xans at school, and if it really led from one thing to another, it would have easily just, led to Xans. But I see what it did to everybody else doing it, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to go through that. I'd rather enjoy weed, and I only did weed because I seen how it wasn't as bad as my mom made it seem, and I was like, all right, let me try it out. If I don't like it, I don't like
Used
it.
to be
If I do.
back then. But yeah, no, I think I've been a drug addict. Like I said, right now is the longest I've been sober since I was 14 years old. So like since the first day I smoked weed, it's been some drug one way or another for, what am I? I'm 23, 9 years now.
What does sober look like for you right now?
It sucks, bro. It just fucking
Like you still do stuff though, right?
No. Well, I've been fully sober for. We were talking about earlier. I've been sober for 18 days now, so I'm on steroids, like a lot of them, like some of the most harsh compounds you can put in your body. But I just wake up every day and I'm just like, this sucks. It's one of those situations where every day you wake up and you're like, dude, like as long as I get through the day and I like get a podcast done or I like work a little bit on my video, even it's as bad as like if I just like do some cardio and eat my meals, that's a good day. Because being sober is so boring. Like, I'm so excited for this to be over. Not like in the sense that I'm disliking it, but I'm disliking it to a degree where it's just like, oh my God, this is so much stuff going on. Like I just want to lay in my bed and watch It's Always Sunny and do nothing. Like
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's a
yeah,
good show.
love that shit.
My
So
sister
it's
likes
like, have you
it.
seen the new season?
I haven't seen it. My sister, like, it's one of her favorite shows.
It's very the new season's very forced. It doesn't feel authentic. It's too high quality production. It's either here nor there.
Here
My
or
initial
there.
sobriety journey was you can drink alcohol, but then I would get shit faced and I get very
This guy.
sleepy. Bro, I didn't realize this. Every time for years when I drink, I just do cocaine, and it's just like kind of how it works. Like you're getting drunk, you do cocaine, whatever. I started drinking. I'd fall asleep, dude. I need cocaine to drink. If anything, drinking is less fun than being sober if you're not doing cocaine. I cannot stand being drunk if I'm not racked. So I was like, now this sucks. Now I might as well go fully sober. And now I'm fully sober. Life is so boring. I can't stand it. So that's kind of what I'm.
But you're still doing, like, stimulants, right?
No, none. That's
You're
like,
not on Adderall right now?
no. Oh my god, dude. That's what I was saying earlier. Is I almost canceled it because I didn't have an Adderall. Like every podcast, usually it's like I like to be on like 20 milligrams of Adderall, and then like maybe like a little Xanax is what I used to do. But I've well, because I used to get nervous for this kind of thing. Like when I was first coming up, because it's just a weird new experience. It's like, oh, I don't know what to say. But I've done so many of them where it's like so normal to me now, and I'm like, just like whatever, just another day. But the point being is,
What do you miss the most, like, if you didn't have to be sober right now?
I miss everything about being. I miss waking up in the morning and being racked by 11 a.m. I miss
Like, what drug do you miss the most?
Percocets are probably the best. Well, Xanax are the best by far, but Xanax, I don't miss it because you get very, like, the rebound anxiety is very, very bad, and it can last for like months. Like the first time I got addicted to Xanax, which is funny that it happened twice after this, but either the first time I got addicted to Xanax, it was before I was famous. Bro, I never had a like anxiety disorder. I never had any anxiety. But for 2 months after I stopped, I would have panic attacks anytime. I'd walk into a room, and if even it'd be my good friends. If there's any more than 3 people in the room, a panic attack, like immediately. I'd be on a date, panic attack. Like, it is the worst withdrawal I've ever had. So it's like, Xanax I don't miss because of that. But like as far as like the high, the feeling, dude, Xanax is unmatched. It's the best. Like I said, I miss being in Cabo and taking his, dude, 4 milligrams alprazolam or however you ever say it, 60 milligrams Ritalin, and that's the pocket. That's the best you'll ever feel in your entire life. I miss it. Bro, if I could go to Rios Los Cabos during spring break, not be famous for 2 days, and just get fucking ripped on Xanax and Ritalin for 2 days and have no hangover, I would give up my crib in Miami. I'd sell my house, $2 million house. I'd give it up just for that 2 days. That's how good it is. Like, that's how good that it. If you're in college and you have the opportunity to go to Rios Los Cabos and just get fucking rip shit on Xanax and Ritalin and just go nuts, please spend the rest of your money on doing it. It's like $5,000 for the flight, hotel, everything. Best money you'll ever spend. I miss that experience more than anything in the fucking world.
Do you remember the first time that you took steroids?
Yeah, I was 20.
All right, so
This is interesting. I took steroids because, well, I loved the gym, right? I loved working out. I loved getting jacked. And I wanted to be famous. And I was like, I need a shock factor. Like, I need something.
that's
The wrong
basically
person to
why.
ask this, but if you had, like, do you think you can convince someone to stop an addiction? Like, do you think you convince them to stop gambling, or do you think that's all up to them?
I can't convince myself to stop gambling and doing drugs. So
Has anyone ever said anything to you that's, like, made you, like, shit, maybe?
no, it's hard. When you find such significant success, I have good friends, but the problem is all my friends, like, we're all in the same boat. Like, I just happen to be the most successful of the retard drug addicts that we are, but all of us will sit there and like, guys, we're all fucked. Like, we're all fucked in the head. This is ridiculous how we got problems. But we've never had like an outside like fig.
All right, I would love to stay here and continue watching the rest. I might watch the rest in another stream or something. That was great. I love Togi. Togi's one of the best fucking people out there. He is an example that believing in yourself works out. Sometimes you gotta take risks in life. Obviously, maybe not to the degree that he did. Some decisions that he's done is not the best. Obviously, I don't like that he's done steroids. Some other drugs that he's done, I wouldn't even ever consider. But the main thing that really kind of impacts my life is just the fact that he was willing to double down on himself, his ideology, and what he believes in, and gamble his way through it. And shit, everybody in my comment section has been calling me a gambler, that I gamble on this, that, and the other. And at this point, I'm willing to accept it because I'm willing to take risks. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Exactly. No risk, no reward. No risk, no Rari. You feel? But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, especially you, Fire Freak, always coming into the live streams. You're one of the goated motherfucking supporters. You're gonna see how this shit is gonna be fucking happening. Oh yeah, I'm getting, maybe not a Rari, I don't know. I'm still trying to determine what kind of car I would want. But we gonna get somewhere up there. I do wanna have nice little rollie on my wrist or something like that. Nice little, some things. But first, my goal is to retire myself, retire my family. Then we're gonna be able to get all the materialistic things we eventually want to get. But it's gonna take a little bit of risking to get there. I know that's a fact. I can't do that being comfortable working a 9 to 5. Fuck no. You won't ever catch me working a 9 to 5. I ain't never gonna be bumping up no Wendy's, like J. Cole said. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been a great live stream. Food's about to arrive. I gotta go hit the shower. Then I got work in 2 hours. And then after work, I'm gonna go run. But we came back from the gym, live streamed this live stream. And today's Saturday. So tomorrow I might go live stream, watch the rest of this podcast and a couple other videos, since tomorrow the market's not open. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.